What is going on, TU crew, and welcome back. It is episode 50 of the podcast. We've officially hit that mark that we've been talking about for a while now. Let's go, boys. And before we get into it, I, of course, have to welcome my two esteemed, amazing, fantastic co-hosts that have stuck with me through 50 episodes of this crap. What is going on, boys? How are we doing today?
Half a century. Well,
half a century.
Crazy. Not really, but half a century with you guys. That's crazy. And we started this in May, and we're at halfway to 100. I think we said we're not going to go past 100. We're just going to do seasons because doing past 100 is kind of crazy. But I'm excited to talk some playoffs with you guys. Playoffs are finally here. The regular season is over. Ready to get into it.
Oh yeah, I can't believe it's been 50 years already. It feels like just yesterday. I'm kidding, but no, this is crazy. 50 episodes was just kind of a dream when we started this. So to be this far and to see just the incremental growth of this, and now we're doing better than ever. It's a really exciting time for the TU crew and for all of us.
Oh yeah, 100%. Super excited to get into it today. But before we do that, if you guys want to continue to see us grow, we would appreciate it if you rate us on Apple Podcasts, rate us on Spotify because they have that feature now, and subscribe to us on YouTube because the YouTube has been doing well lately. We want to keep that up. You guys have been doing great, and we want to see you continue to do great so that we can do great, and then we can help you continue to be great. And it's just a never-ending loop of being great.
Absolutely.
Now, before we get into all of our playoff predictions and everything, we, of course, have to do Guess That Player. Luke is currently in the lead with 2. Jake, you haven't gotten any yet.
I have 0.
So let's see. We're going to do it the way that we have been enjoying doing it, and you guys asking me the questions. And I feel like this one's going to be a little bit tough, but we'll see. So whoever wants to start, go right ahead.
Albert Okwi Benam.
What the hell was that?
Damn.
No.
What? Did you say something?
Albert Okwi.
Oh, the backup tight end on the Broncos.
Shit,
so just say Alberto. Say Alberto. I've given up on his name. Foy. Okay, while we're going with complicated names, Foye Oluokun.
No.
All right. Is he currently playing?
He is currently playing.
Does he have a complicated name?
No.
Okay.
There we go. NFC?
No.
Okay. AFC North?
Nope.
I feel like he plays for the Colts. Does he play for the Colts?
Nope.
Oh, that was a bad guess.
AFC East?
Yes.
Mac Jones?
No.
Does he play for a winning team?
No.
All right, that makes
so it's the Jets.
That little
That's
hesitation right there made me think that it's probably the Dolphins because he didn't know whether they were 500 or not.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
couldn't.
the Dolphins.
Or the Dolphins. It's the Dolphins.
Okay, it's the Dolphins.
All right. Offensive or defensive player?
Offense.
Okay. Mike Gesicki.
No.
Is he a running back?
No.
Oh.
Offensive lineman?
No.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right.
Don't
So
do
he's
that
a
stuff.
skill. He's a wide receiver.
Yes.
Devonte Parker.
It is Devonte Parker.
Woo! There we go.
First
There
one
we
of the
go.
year.
One on the board. One
I
on the
feel
board.
like that one wouldn't
So-
be like too difficult, but I feel
No.
like people have kind of forgotten about him, so it might take a minute.
I thought
I
it was
know.
going
What
to
the
be
hell?
someone
He
more
was a
difficult
Pro
than
Bowler a
that.
while back, right?
No,
Devontae
he's
Parker?
never had
Really?
an All Pro or Pro Bowl. He's only had one season over 1,000 yards. He had 1,200 in 2019.
Yeah, I remember that was
Yeah.
like a really good season for him.
Yeah, that's his best
Really?
season. I mean, second to that, he had 793 yards in 2020, and that's
Who was their quarterback 2019? Fitzmagic?
yeah.
That's Fitzpatrick, yeah. Yeah, so to be fair to Devontae Parker, he's never like had the quarterback to like help him.
Yeah.
And he's not he
Ryan
can't really get
Tannehill.
Ryan
Ryan
Tannehill
Tannehill
was
was leading them to the number 1 seed now.
he was always injured in Miami, though. I don't know what the fuck changed between
Fair.
Miami and Tennessee. He's never injured in Tennessee. And I
Derrick
feel like
Henry.
he gets hit. He gets hit. Yeah, I guess Derrick Henry. Yeah. And Adam Gase.
Yeah.
Gase. That was
too.
like, oh my God. But yeah.
All right, boys. So we talked about Devonte Parker, who's on a team that didn't end up making the playoffs despite that late run. But now we're going to get into teams that did make the playoffs because we're going to be taking this episode to talk about solely our playoff predictions.
Mhm.
And I went ahead and put them all in order from like the time that they happen. So for starters, we've got the two teams that are on bye, the 2-1 seeds, and the Packers and the Titans. So they won't be playing this weekend. And then Saturday, the first game up is the 5 seed Raiders versus the 4 seed Bengals. The Bengals are -4.5 favorites on this game. Luke, I'll go ahead and start with you. What are you thinking for this game, and who do you think takes it?
First off, I just got to say, out of any playoffs in any sport, like Wildcard Weekend is just the most fun weekend. I think we could all say. Now that it's Super Wild Card Weekend, makes it even better. So we've already seen this matchup before. The Bengals sort of blew out the Raiders. And they're 4.5 point favorites going into this game. Wild that either of these teams are even here. I don't think anybody really thought either of these teams would make it, especially the Bengals. But yeah, I think Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are really hot. And really just this whole team is really hot. Defensively, Trey Hendrickson is having a Pro Bowl season, really an all-pro type season. If you think about it, he's been a lovely get from a free agency for them. In terms of the Raiders, I feel like am I wrong for not really giving them a chance in this game? Like, I just don't see it. I think the Bengals are too hot, even though they lost last week. They didn't really play. Obviously, Joe Burrow didn't play. A lot of their starters didn't play. But I just don't see them beating this Bengals team. I think offensively they have too much for the Raiders to handle. I think the Raiders have some problems in the secondary. Pass rush is the Raiders' forte, but like I don't think that that's really going to have a huge effect in this game. So I'm going to go with the Bengals here to win their first playoff game since I was way before I was born.
Since 96, right?
Yeah. So we've never seen the playoffs. Or the Bengals win a playoff game. So yeah, give me the Bengals to win. I'm gonna have them cover too. I'll have them cover the 4.5.
Okay.
So the thing with Bengals is they should have won that playoff game, and I believe it was 2015. But then of course, Andy Dalton's having a Pro Bowl season. He's playing the best football of his career, and he gets injured, and AJ McCarron has to play. And just that was such a good team too. They started the year like 7-0 or something.
Yeah. Well, and then Vontaze Burfict and Pac-Man Jones just killed them.
Yep. So Bengals fans have been waiting for this one. I totally forgot about their playoff drought, their playoff win drought. So that kind of, oh man, they really are cursed. Like every time we see them in the playoffs, just some crazy shit happens that's like nobody can see coming. But the Raiders, these are two very inexperienced playoff teams going against each other. And Luke, I don't think you're crazy for thinking the Raiders don't have a chance in this one, but I don't think Derek Carr is going to let them not have a chance in this game. I think Derek Carr is going to step up. I believe this is his first playoff game because
it is.
Oh yeah, because he was hurt in 2016.
He was hurt. Yeah, that was Connor Cook and Matt McGloin. I think it was Connor Cook. Yeah,
it was Connor Cook.
Crazy. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm going to go with the Bengals. I think this game is going to be closer than we think, just because I think Derek Carr is going to play out of his mind. But yeah, this is definitely marked in my calendar because this is going to be a very, very fun game. But listen, I'm rooting for you, Cincinnati. I want you guys to get a playoff win. This is a really fun team you guys got. And listen, if they don't win this, I think we all know that it's not a big deal because the Bengals have probably one of the brightest futures in the NFL. So don't take it too hard if you don't win this game. But I am picking the Bengals, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to go ahead and just say I'm taking the Bengals as well. As far as the Raiders getting blown out or anything like that, I just don't see it happening. I do think the Bengals will win because, honestly, I look at this game similar to the Raiders playing the Chargers just last week. Mm-hmm. I mean, the Bengals have a high-flying offense. They're able to throw downfield a lot, but their defense is a little bit better. Well, not a little bit. They're quite a bit better than the Chargers is. They can stop the run a lot more. So I think that they will come out on top, but I think it'll be a close game. I don't even know that I'll take the Bengals to cover that 4.5. I think it'll be that close. So moving on to the next one, we have actually, I just want to say real quick, the Raiders and Bengals, I didn't have either of them coming, one being in the playoffs. I had both of them finishing last in their division.
Yeah.
I think we all did.
Oh, it's insane. And then the other game on Saturday that we have is the 6 seed Patriots versus the 3 seed Bills. Another rematch. I think all of these are rematches from the season, actually. So the Bills are -4.5. Who you got, Jake?
Yeah, so I believe so the Patriots and Bills played each other twice this season.
Yes.
They split. They went 1-1. And the game the Patriots won, that was the game Mac Jones threw like one pass, 3 passes or some shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're not going to get away with that in this game. It's so hard to go against Bill Belichick in the playoffs. Like, I don't care what team he has. I don't care what team he has. It's Bill fucking Belichick. This is his, like, this is when the season starts for him. He knows he's going to get here. It's like, okay, now I can actually go into like full, who's that Emperor Palpatine mode and just run through the playoffs. But listen, Sean McDermott, this game's so tough because you just can't trust the Bills this year. But they're so talented. They're so talented, but they're just so inconsistent. I got to go with the Bills. I can very easily see the Patriots winning this game just because Bill Belichick is like the greatest playoff coach of all time. So if he's got some tricks up his sleeve, I wouldn't be surprised. But the Bills, I will say for the Bills to win this game, they cannot play any of that sloppy shit that we've seen over the season. Like Josh Allen has to play better. He has to play like he played last year in the playoffs that got them to the AFC Championship game. That's the Josh Allen we got to see. The run game needs to keep up with Devin Singletary. That's been cooking over the last 4 weeks of the season. Devin Singletary's really established himself as the guy in that backfield, and that needs to keep up. And just get Stephon Diggs the ball. Get your weapon the ball. That's all you can do. If you do those things, the defense is good enough to keep Mac Jones keep the Patriots in check. So you do those 3 things. I think the Bills should. It's in Buffalo too. So you do those 3 things. I think the Bills should pretty handily win this game. So I'm going with the Bills.
I've been flip-flopping the past couple of days. And it's looking like the weather for this game is looking more like the weather of their first game where Mac Jones threw 3 times.
It's supposed to feel like -10 in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Oh, well, both those teams are used to that temperatures though, so this shouldn't be crazy.
Yeah. But if you're going off that, then maybe you're leaning Patriots because of the way they won the first time. Since I'm flip-flopping, I'm going to go with the better quarterback. I got to go with Josh Allen here. I don't like the way that the Patriots finished the season, losing to the Dolphins in that fashion, sort of getting just mollywopped the entire game. That's a vocab word for you, mollywopped. Yeah, I don't like the way that they finished the season. The Bills finished the season stronger. And then their last matchup, the Bills showed what they could do when the weather wasn't, 50-mile-per-hour winds. Isaiah McKenzie had probably the best game of his career with 11 for $125 and a touchdown. Stephon Diggs also had another touchdown. He was going off. Josh Allen quite literally won that game for them. He was spectacular. One of the best games in his career, if I might add. So I'm going to go with the Bills here. I think their defense is comparable to the Patriots, especially now when the weather gets cold. I don't really know if I could trust Mac Jones yet. I mean, it's his first playoff game. I know he had a great rookie season, way better than anticipated, but I don't know how I could if I see him beating the Bills in his first ever playoff game on the road, no less, against the number 1 scoring defense in the NFL. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Bills here. And what was the spread? It was 4.5.
Yeah.
I'll have the Patriots cover that. I think it'll be like a field goal game. So yeah, Bills by a field goal.
I will never, ever, 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 ever take a rookie quarterback to win a playoff game. I just won't do it because there's more times that it hasn't gone well for them than it has. So statistically, it just makes more sense for me to take the Bills here. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And before, when they played and Mac Jones only had to throw it like 3 times, it was windy. It wasn't just cold. It was windy.
Yeah.
And like there could be some wind on Saturday, but I don't know. I think that the Bills will definitely come out and they'll look a lot better. And Jake, like you said, Devin Singletary has been tearing it up the past few weeks. So they couldn't get the run game going before in that game that it was really windy. So Josh Allen was trying to have to do it with his arm and stuff like that. I don't think he's going to have to do that as much in this game. And I think that the Bills will definitely come out on top. As far as the spread, I'll take the Bills to cover it. I'll take it.
Wow. Against Bill Belichick's defense?
Against Bill Belichick's defense. I'm going to take the Bills to pull it out. Okay. Now we're on to Sunday. And the first game of the slate on Sunday is one that's kind of interesting, but we've got the 7-seed Eagles against the 2-seed Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers are 8.5-point favorites. So Luke, I'll let you go ahead and start this one.
First off, I think that 8.5 is too high. So I'll tell you right now, I have the Eagles covering. I don't think the Eagles have a chance in this. Maybe they do since I say that they're covering. But it's Tom Brady going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. And for as surprising as the Eagles were this year, they only have one win over an above 500 team. And that is pretty telling, I think. Obviously going up against the Super Bowl champs in Tampa, no less. They're going to be trying to run the ball against a team that you really just can't run the ball on. And I think that's a recipe for disaster for the Eagles. There's just no way you could pick the Eagles here. I don't know anybody who's picking the Eagles. I saw OG actually pick the Eagles this morning.
He's an Eagles fan.
Yeah, but I think there's some underlying reasons why he did. So yeah, give me Tom Brady and the Bucks. I'm having the Eagles cover. If I believe it was a 6-point game in the game that they lost in the regular season. A lot of these wild card matchups are
it was pretty close.
Are rematches from the regular season.
Literally all of them are rematches.
Oh yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, every single one. Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, so I got the Bucks winning, Eagles covering.
Yeah. The last time the Eagles beat Tom Brady, they had some magic up their ass with Nick Foles. And
that's for him.
Oh my God.
For the playoffs.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Jalen Hurts going up against that defense. The Bucs defense is pretty healthy now. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe
so. I think their secondary is still a little bit banged up, but
yeah,
for the most part, they're a lot healthier.
Okay, yeah. So listen, Jalen Hurts would have to play really well in this game. I just don't trust Nick Sirianni. I don't know why. I just have this like doubt on Nick Sirianni.
It's because he talks about rock, paper, scissors in his press conference.
Yeah, I know. It's just like he doesn't strike me as an NFL head coach. Now, nonetheless, he's got his team to his playoffs, so good for him. But yeah, I can't say I think the Eagles have a chance in this game because I just don't think they do.
Maybe the Bucs aren't that healthy.
What? How many injuries do they have?
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 players on the injury report. Now, well, okay, there's 14 basically because 2 of them are for rest. Okay. There's only 3 did not participate as far as practice on Thursday, and that's Cyril Grayson Jr., Ronald Jones, and Anthony Nelson. So I mean, they're all right. They should be fine.
Yeah, so anybody who's a DNP on Thursday usually won't play. Unless they're like a significant player, which I don't think any of those guys are. But other than that, questionables you will usually play in the playoffs. So they'll probably be in there.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I still think the Bucs are gonna crush the Eagles. I don't think the Eagles have a chance in this one. Maybe they put up a fight. It is the playoffs, anything can happen, but it's just hard pressed for me to ever pick against Tom Brady with this team that really hasn't proven anything to me this season. So I got to go with the Bucs in this one, and I think it's at least a 10-point game.
I think that this is like literally the worst matchup that the Eagles could have had going into the playoffs because their bread and butter is running the ball, surprisingly, from the beginning of the season because they didn't run at all.
I know.
And the Bucs bread and butter is stopping the run. So it's like those 2 things going head to head. I don't think, despite the Eagles run game being really good, one of the best in the league, I just don't think that they get past that Buccaneers front 7. So I'm going to take the Bucs also in this one. And that 8.5, I mean, I could definitely see it, but I think I'll take the Eagles to cover just because I'd rather have a more exciting game. Next up, we have got the 49ers, which are the 6th seed against the 3 seed Cowboys. The Cowboys are 3-point favorites. And Jake, I'll let you go ahead and start this one off.
Yeah, give me the Niners all day, every day. I said it beginning of the season. I'm still sticking with it. The Cowboys, just everything goes wrong. Everything goes wrong when everything is supposed to go right for them. Okay. This is a playoff game. They somehow got in the playoffs. They somehow went 11-5, even though they played very shaky football at a point, for a long point in that season. I just think, listen, I think this is going to be a good game. I'm not saying it's not. Anybody doubt, is Jimmy Garoppolo playing this game?
Yeah.
I know he was banged up. Yeah. Playing. Okay. Yeah. So Jimmy G, listen. He's not the best quarterback in the world, but he's gotten them to a Super Bowl. So we know he can do it. And listen, I just don't, if you're giving me Kyle Shanahan versus Mike McCarthy, and again, I know Mike McCarthy's won a Super Bowl, but that was a long time ago. and he wasn't going against the complicated shit that Kyle Shanahan is throwing at him. So I just got to pick Kyle Shanahan in that matchup. And listen, it's going to be a good game, but I can't pick the Cowboys. I can't. So I got the Niners in this one. I think it'll be a close game though. What's the spread in this one?
3.
Minus the Cowboys are favored by 3. All right. Yeah. So it could be the 49ers straight up.
This is the hardest game to pick all weekend, like hardest game to pick. And it's probably the most exciting game all weekend too, just because you really don't know who's going to win. The Cowboys have been looking really good over the last stretch of the season. Dak Prescott, especially from sort of his like mid to late season slump over the last 3 weeks, he's definitely been playing better. And I think he just set the franchise record for touchdowns in a season last week too. But the 49ers, Kyle Shanahan and his offense, it's scary to say the least, especially as a Packers fan. Very scary. They're going to be trying to run the ball all day. And I'm sure Kyle Shanahan's going to be scheming up some stuff that we haven't seen in the regular season yet. That being said, the Cowboys defense did a complete 180 from last season to this season. They said in the offseason, I think in Hard Knocks, Mike McCarthy was like, he's never seen one group completely flip-flop like from year to year as great as this defense has. And I think Micah Parsons is the biggest reason why. And I know TJ Watt's probably going to win Defensive Player of the Year, but Micah Parsons would still have my vote just because of how he changed that defense overall. Yeah, this is a tough one. I think I'm going to roll with the Cowboys here because they are at home, and I think the Niners give me some worries in their secondary. I don't think it's as good as years past. Definitely not as good as their 2019 squad that had Richard Sherman. And I think Dak Prescott is going to be able to throw on them a little bit. That pass rush is obviously going to be insane, but they have the offensive line to protect him, although they're a little bit banged up. If the Cowboys can get a running game in this game, and they could rush for over 100 yards, and they could control the clock and control the pace of this game, I think they win pretty easily. I don't think it's as close as people think. If they can't run the ball, and that's probably what the 49ers game plan is going to be defensively, is to stop them from running the ball and to put the game in Dak's hands, then maybe the 49ers have a better chance. I'm going to take the Cowboys here, and I think they're probably going to cover. 3 points is a little too small. So I think the Cowboys probably cover, maybe win by like 6 or something. I'm trusting the Cowboys here, and I'm trusting Dak more than anything because I don't think Jimmy G is that guy, even though he played outstanding last week. I think push comes to shove, I just think he's too small for the moment. So
something about, and I said this I think the episode before last, something about Jimmy G throwing in Trayvon Diggs' direction just kind of worries me because it is Jimmy G. He's prone to turnovers when he is off. So I feel like the game is going to be hinged on which Jimmy Garoppolo we get. If he's going to be turning the ball over, the Cowboys are 100% going to win it. I think that he has to be perfect in this game. He cannot turn the ball over a single time if they want to win it, because I think that's how close this is. I think a lot of it is going to be reliant on the 49ers run game. And if they can get it going, because I think that they can. I mean, the Cowboys run defense hasn't been fantastic this year. I think they're ranked like 13th or something, and they're like a little thin at D tackle, really.
Yeah.
So Kyle Shanahan knows how to scheme up a run game. We've seen it before. That's how they got to the Super Bowl to begin with. So if they can get it going, I think the 49ers can win it, but I don't think that they'll get it going enough. I think that the Cowboys will force Jimmy G to throw, and that's when I'm scared. So I am going to take the Cowboys in this one as well. And I think that they'll cover the 3 points.
I think Trayvon Diggs is bound to get an interception in this game. Bound to. I would never really bet on someone to get a pick because that's kind of just like hard to like envision, but I think Trayvon Diggs all day.
I could definitely see it. I could see that, or I don't know. I don't see like any in-betweens in this game. It's either going to go one way completely lopsided or the other. I think either Trayvon Diggs gets a pick, looks good, or Deebo Samuel absolutely cooks him the entire game.
Yeah. Deebo Samuel. One of the most versatile, like crazy
100%.
what he's doing.
I don't think Debo will let him get a pick because I think Debo's like tough. Like he's gonna fight you for that ball. He's not gonna let you catch it. Like
he plays a lot tougher than like his size, because he's only 6 foot and like 215 or something like that. But he's a tough guy.
I've been saying since he came out of the draft, he was a running back playing wide receiver. And that's quite literally what he is right now. Is a running back playing receiver or receiver playing running back. Either way, you want to spin it.
Yeah.
All right. And then I don't think we need to harp on this one too much, boys. The last game of Sunday is Steelers at Chiefs. The Chiefs are 12.5-point favorites in this game. I mean, if it weren't for the Colts and Chargers, the Steelers wouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
So Luke, go ahead. Say your piece.
I'm not even kidding. Give me the Chiefs by 30. By 30. I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding. Give me the Chiefs.
Take that alternate spread.
Yes. Give me
Chiefs minus 29.5 plus 8,000 odds.
Yeah, give me the Chiefs by 30. I'm not even kidding. Maybe that's kind of too big. Maybe I'll go. All right. 27. There's just no shot. There's literally no shot. Did you guys see Big Ben Roethlisberger? What he said? He was like, yeah, we have no chance. And I know he's being sarcastic, but like, sorry, my voice is just going right now. I know he's being sarcastic, but that's not what you want to see your starting quarterback say at a press conference going into a playoff game. Like, shoot some confidence into me. Don't tell me, don't try and make me more confident by saying we have no chance. That's not going to get me up and ready. Yeah, lie to me. Say that we're going to go beat their ass, not that we're going to fall over and just die. That's what people expect us to do. I don't. Big Ben doesn't even want to be playing in this game.
No.
He wants to be on his couch right now.
He knows. Yeah.
He should have his locker cleaned out. He should have, be having his retirement speech right now as we speak. They sort of limped into this game. They shouldn't be in here. I was just rooting for the tie, like not just so that we could get both the Chargers and the Raiders in the playoffs, and that would be a cool thing to see, but specifically so we didn't have to see the Steelers in the playoffs, like specifically. And I know TJ Watt had a great game, a great season, but I didn't want to see this team. So give me the Chiefs by literally 27 plus. I think Tyreek is hurt. I think he got hurt in the last game, so maybe he's not 100%. Either one of them, him or Travis Kelce, probably going to go over for 120 yards plus. I don't think there's any way the Steelers win this. No way. No shot.
Yeah, the thing that kind of put the nail in the coffin for me was Ben's press conference. Like, you just don't. The man's obviously wants to retire. He's been in the league for 18 fucking years. Like, he's seen everything. He's done everything. The fact that he came out and said that, I don't give a shit if he was being sarcastic. It kind of makes me feel like he kind of like there's a part of him that believes it though.
You like, still don't say that. You don't. You don't
I know. I know you don't say that.
Context.
I know that's stupid.
It's so dumb.
Stupid to say that. But I think like if he thought he had the team to beat them, he wouldn't have said that. I don't know if I don't think he's trying to play mind games. I don't know if he's like at that level right now of like wanting to do shit like that.
He's just along for the ride at this point.
He really is. Like, he doesn't care. Like, he's just like, we're probably gonna get our ass whooped. That's just, I don't know how Steelers fans are feeling right now, but that's not good. And I feel like they're probably gonna play like that. Like, you need to inject a mode of confidence into your team before you go into these matchups that you're heavily underdog, like that you're heavy underdog in. The Eagles going in against the Patriots in the Super Bowl with fucking Nick Foles. You think they said that shit? No.
They were wearing dog masks.
Yeah. Yeah, they embraced the underdog. They didn't be like, they're probably going to whoop our ass. Like, no, you don't say that. I don't give a shit. So I think the Steelers get whooped in this one. I don't think they're mentally prepared for this game. As great of a coach as Mike Tomlin is, and as well as he has his players coached up, I see Chase Claypool making mistakes all over the goddamn place in this game. I think this game's going to run through Najee Harris, literally and figuratively. And if the Steelers can't get anything going on offense, like bye-bye, like the game will be over by halftime. So give me the Chiefs.
So just to confirm real quick, Tyreek Hill is dealing with a heel injury. He was a full participant Wednesday, limited participant Thursday, which typically is not a good sign. It means that he probably suffered a little bit of a setback. Obviously game status still unsure. And then Travis Kelce's been a full participant all week, so he should be good to go. Now, as far as my thoughts on this game, I agree for the most part. I think that the Steelers really don't stand a chance. I don't think that they have any shot at winning this. I think that Patrick Mahomes is the kind of guy that even though he's had kind of an up and down season, when he gets to the playoffs, he's willing to go and will go nuclear at any given time. And I think that he could in this game. With that being said, I have a lot of faith in Mike Tomlin as a head coach. So I'm going to give the Chiefs are going to win. I am going to take the Steelers to cover the spread. I think it'll be on the low end, but I think they will cover that 12.5 at least.
What would it take for the Steelers to win this game? Like, I know it's hard to envision, but like, what would it take?
Mahomes getting injured.
Pick up a whole better O-line. And
Yeah.
like, probably have a decent shot.
They trade for everybody, just like the hour.
I will say if the Chiefs defense plays like the defense they had in the first half of the season, then this game could get close. But if they play like they played the second half, like this game won't even be. This will be.
I think you need Najee Harris to really get going. If they can establish the run pretty early, I think that they'll be fine. And then I think that if they can do that, then Big Ben will be able to kind of throw at will, and he'll be able to hit Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool whenever he needs to.
I think they need to get their defense going early. I think they need to force a turnover early, and by forcing a turnover early, you just said they need to get Najee Harris going. They need to control the pace of this game. And if they could just run it down their throats all game, it's not like the Chiefs have been great at stopping the run or really stopping anything for this entire season. I know that they've been hot over the second half, but like I just said that they're going to lose by 27 points. Now I'm talking myself into them maybe stealing this one. Maybe they lose by 14 in that case.
Yeah. I mean, it's the NFL. There's always a way that you can talk yourself into like this team could potentially win this some way, shape, or form because they are all NFL teams, all NFL players. I
just want to say one thing.
Go ahead.
Give me Melvin Ingram to have 2 sacks in this game. Ooh. I think he is pissed at the Steelers for the role he was given there. Because he's turned it on with Kansas City. They used him correctly. Yeah. I think Melvin Ingram is out for blood with the Steelers. I think he hates how he was treated on that defense. Did
you see his game-winning forced fumble on Melvin Gordon that was taken back to the house like 97 yards? They were on the goal line. It was crazy. I see your 2 Melvin Ingrams.
Go ahead, Luke.
All right. I just wanted to say that shame on the NFL for making this the Sunday night game because this is some bullshit.
They knew what they were doing.
Why is 49ers Cowboys not under the lights? What is going on here?
I don't know. They probably want to put Steelers Big Ben's last game as a pro in prime time because they know it's going to be his last game.
Probably just the Chiefs. Maybe they just want the Chiefs.
The Chiefs are the 2 seed. They have been hot, the past few years. They've been a more popular team. So putting them on Sunday night in a playoff game, it makes sense. And then we have one last game on Monday. Cardinals, the 5 seed, Rams, the 4 seed. The Rams are 4-point favorites. So Jake, if you want to start us out on this one, your in-division rivals going at it. Who do you think takes it?
Yeah. This is the game I'm probably most excited about. This is going to be a really, really good game. Yeah. So I'm glad this game is in prime time. But this one's a coin flip. I honestly believe that these teams have played each other twice in the season. I believe they split it 1-1. So listen, these teams are very evenly matched, but I just think it's going to come down to Sean McVay over Cliff Kingsbury. Cliff Kingsbury, I got to give him all the respect in the world. He really changed the minds of millions of people who didn't believe in him. I mean, it's very hard to believe that a guy who got fired at Texas Tech could be a decent NFL head coach. And like, he honestly has been, because he didn't take the Chip Kelly approach of like, my offense is elite. Like, let me just run it. Like, I don't need to incorporate any NFL schemes or anything like that. My offense is perfect the way it is. No, he asked questions. He got some smart NFL minds around him, and he built an offense that, is based on his college offense, but incorporates a lot of NFL things that he learned. So good for Cliff Kingsbury. He's done a phenomenal job for this Cardinals team. And they're a very tough team, but I think Sean McVay is just going to outcoach him. Sean McVay has been there, done that. One of the elite head coaches in the NFL. I feel like Sean McVay is just foaming at the mouth with some play. I guarantee you, there is an entire playbook that Sean McVay has had on reserve for the playoffs. Just for the
Probably.
playoffs. And he is itching to use it. So listen, I guarantee Sean, we're going to see some shit that we haven't seen all year from the Rams. And I think the Rams win this game. And you know what? What's the spread? -4?
Yeah.
Rams are favored by 4. Yeah. I'll have them cover that. I'll have the Rams cover that. Yep.
I have a question for you guys. If the Rams lose this game, does Sean McVay go in the hot seat for losing back-to-back games at home with the team that he has, with Aaron Donald, with Jalen Ramsey, with Von Miller, with just the super team that they've really built?
I think that if the Rams lose this game, they're entirely screwed. Like altogether. I mean, we've talked about this some before. Their window is not very big. It is right now, maybe next year. But if you lose on Wildcard Weekend after you acquired all this talent, you went out and got the quarterback that
to an in division opponent too.
Yeah,
at home.
Yeah, I mean, I love Sean McVay. I think that he's a great head coach, and even if he were to get fired or something like that, I could definitely see him getting a job elsewhere.
Seattle. Seattle.
But yeah, if they lose this weekend, I mean, I could see them maybe sticking with him next year. But if it doesn't work out, then clearing house.
Yeah. I've been saying since the beginning of the season when the Cardinals really started getting hot, I just thought of this team as a team that's going to get into the playoffs, but they're going to be too sort of young for the spotlight, too new for the spotlight. And I don't think they're going to be able to rise to the occasion. They haven't looked amazing over the last sort of month and a half of the season. And I think the biggest the biggest reason for that was DeAndre Hopkins' injury. Is he playing in this game, by the way?
He's not listed on the injury report.
Okay, so is he on the IR? No, he's playing. That means he's playing.
No,
then,
he's
right?
playing. He's playing. Yeah.
Even if he is playing, he's going up against the best cornerback in the league, and he's not 100%.
The biggest injuries on the Cardinals side are just kind of their running backs. James Conner did not participate on Thursday because of a rib injury. Chase Edmonds is dealing with ribs and a toe injury, and he was limited on Thursday.
Yeah, they need that run game.
Yeah. I think James Conner he was injured and then he came back last week, right? And then he had a good game, I believe.
Yeah. He scored a touchdown, I believe.
Yeah.
And he'll probably play. I think they're just going to try to rest him as long as they can.
I think everybody's going to play. I mean, you don't not get up for a playoff game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you can play, then you're going to play. Yeah, I think the Cardinals are just too small for the spotlight. I think they're too young. I think they're maybe a year away. They are getting the guys back at the right time. DeAndre Hopkins, JJ Watt, the Houston Texans, probably 2 best players in franchise history. Yeah, I don't see them winning this game. I think if they do, though, I think pandemonium is coming for LA, especially with all the talent that they have. But I think Sean McVay is too smart of a head coach. Obviously, they know each other. And did they split the season series? They split, right? 1-1?
Yeah.
Okay, they split 1-1. I think the Rams at home. I just think they're heating up at the right time. Maybe not last week. They sort of threw the game away, but I can't not pick Aaron Donald and Von Miller and all those guys up against a sort of suspect offensive line, to say the least. So I'm gonna go with the Rams here, and I think they'll cover as well. I think they'll cover the 4 points.
Yeah, the biggest factor that plays into this decision for me is definitely the Cardinals' lack of experience, from the personnel to the coaching to everything. They are just very, very inexperienced. And I think that they'll play a good game. I think that this could be, a somewhat close game. But I definitely think the Rams will come out on top. They've been here year after year. Sean McVay knows what this is like. Aaron Donald knows what this is like. Matt Stafford, believe it or not, has a little bit of experience.
Yeah.
But I think that they'll definitely come out and play very well. Cooper Kupp, I think, could go off. So I'm going to take the Rams in this one as well. As far as the 4 points, it's damn near a pick 'em. So yeah, I'll take the Rams to go ahead and cover that as well. Now that covers it for all of Wildcard Weekend, but I do have one more segment that I wanted to run through with you guys real quick. Super Bowl predictions. One matchup that you think would be the most fun, one matchup that you think would be the least fun, and then the matchup that you think will actually happen. So let's start with most fun. We'll start with you, Luke, and then we'll just go around.
I mean, most fun. I won't pick the Packers here. I'll pick the Rams and I'll pick the Bengals, right? I think OBJ going up against Jamar Chase, the LSU guys right there. I think offensively, this game could be like a 48-45 sort of game. You could definitely see Joe Burrow going off, even up against a really good defense in the Rams. I think that would be the most fun. And the Bengals really haven't been there in a while. But yeah, when was the last? When was that? What year was that?
They had Boomer Esiason.
Was that the 80s?
Yeah,
was that the 80s?
That was when that was Joe Montana's first Super Bowl, I believe.
Okay, so the late 80s, early-ish,
late 80s, mid 80s. I don't know. In the 80s.
Yeah,
in the 80s.
It was at least 20 years before any of us were born. So yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that would be the most fun matchup. Rams, Bengals.
Says they've lost 2, 81 and 88.
Okay, so they've been.
Wait, what was the first one they lost?
To who'd they lose to? Yeah,
I thought it was just the Niners. Damn, we're not giving the Bengals. We're not giving the Bengals.
I guess that's the most
here.
popular one. Who won the?
Go ahead, Jake, and I'll keep looking.
I think the most fun one would be Bills Rams, and I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah. Both these teams are sloppy, but they're talented as fuck. And like you get these two teams, I cannot explain to you how much of like a pick'em this would be. Imagine the spread in Vegas. Vegas would have no fucking clue if it was Bills Rams in the Super Bowl because both these teams are talented as hell, but you have no idea what you're going to get out of them. No clue whatsoever. I think you got two gambling quarterbacks who will just throw it into triple coverage if they have to and just see what happens. But yeah, you got two gunslingers going up against each other. I think this would be a great matchup. Probably one of the most fun Super Bowls ever. It'd be high flying. There'd be picks everywhere. I mean, you're not leaving this game without 4 picks, guaranteed. I think that would be so fun. I love the Bengals in the Super Bowl. I think the Bengals in the Super Bowl would just be an awesome game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that it's not going to happen. Probably like the Rams can get to the Super Bowl. I don't think the Bills can get to the Super Bowl. But yeah, that'd be a pretty cool matchup for me. And then I'm going to tell you my game I don't want to see now, or are we going to do that as we go around?
I will do it as we go around. I have to do my most fun real quick. My most fun matchup, I think, and I'm going like completely young, a little bit lack of experience here. 2 great offenses. I think that the Bengals versus the Cowboys would be a really good Super Bowl game. I think that would be really fun. I think there'd be a lot of points scored, and I would love to see it.
That'd be cool.
There though, like the Cowboys defenses.
Yeah, I would take the Bengals to win that game all day.
Think so?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Could you imagine Joe Burrow? Like, is Joe Burrow like instantly like a Hall of Famer if he just goes out, tears his playoffs apart, and just fucking wins the Super Bowl?
I think so.
Just dude, like he would be the coolest guy in NFL history. And
he's already going to be the coolest guy if he wins just one playoff game for the Bengals.
I know.
Like he's already going to be the best, like in their eyes.
Imagine that, the cold ass picture of him smoking that cigar after the national championship game. And then this man just goes into the playoffs as a 5th seed and tears through the playoffs and wins the fucking Super Bowl in his second year as a quarterback. Like, bro.
By the way, 81 and 88 were both against the 49ers, and they lost both of those games, of course. The Bengals, that is.
Poor really? Sizen.
Yeah.
Yeah, except he's spreading fucking false news about Aaron Rodgers on his podcast. The hell is that? He's gonna boycott the Super Bowl. Speaking of which, yeah, I got the Packers and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. It's probably a boring pick, but I think it's probably the most likely.
We also have to do our least fun, which one you don't want to see.
Just kidding. We won't get to that. Least fun?
Yeah.
Definitely. It's definitely Steelers. Yeah, Steelers. I'll go Steelers, Eagles. The battle for Pennsylvania. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see the Steelers. You know what? Not even just Eagles. I won't limit it to the. I won't limit it to the Eagles. Steelers versus anybody in the NFC. Anybody.
What world do the Steelers get out of the AFC? And what has to happen? What wildfire that spreads across the entire United States has to happen?
The craziest injury plague in all.
Oh yeah, NFL ever. Big Ben literally just has to have I think Big Ben needs to do drugs for that to happen, like some HGH or some shit, just to I don't know. It would be
comes
crazy.
out as the Hulk.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he could run like a 440.
Yeah, and everybody's like, "What? Yeah, all right, drug test." Yeah. So the most boring. I think you hit it on the head. The Steelers versus literally anybody would be boring. I think the Eagles too. The Eagles versus anybody would be boring to me too.
Well, they're one of my most fun teams to watch this year, though.
No. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Steelers versus Patriots, because the Patriots are nothing. Oh wait, they're both AFC.
Yeah, they're AFC.
They're both AFC.
That'd be a shitty AFC.
That'd be a shitty AFC championship. Sorry, I'm looking at the Saturday and Sunday games, and I thought they were in different. Yeah, I'm an idiot. But yeah, give me the Steelers versus anybody. I agree. That's boring as hell. If the Steelers get to the Super Bowl, I'm not watching it.
I'm going to go a slightly different direction because I wouldn't want to see that either. But I'm going to say Patriots versus Buccaneers because I just simply do not want to deal with all the narratives that would come along with it. I just don't.
That's hot take.
Not for me.
That's hot
I don't
take.
care. I don't want to deal with it.
You want a narrative going to the Super Bowl. You want that narrative.
Not that one. Like literally any other.
You're telling
you're getting the greatest quarterback of all time.
I don't want to deal with the aftermath of it. I don't want to deal with Bill Belichick made Tom Brady. Tom Brady made Bill Belichick. Oh, this guy's better than that guy. Yada yada yada. All that bullshit. I just don't want to deal with it.
Stop. That's
whatever.
Hot take.
Anyway.
I think it would be Tom Brady would be expected to beat Bill Belichick because there's no way if Bill Belichick goes in there and beats Tom Brady with Mac Jones.
Oh yeah,
Brady's legacy takes a big hit.
Yeah.
I know he's won 7, but come on. Like that it was all Belichick. Okay, but obviously having the greatest quarterback of all time helps. But yeah.
All right.
I think that'd be a great Super Bowl. I think that'd be a great one.
So
I can't guess who Luke's gonna choose here.
Yeah, getting back to what I was saying. Packers Chiefs Super Bowl. I know it's a boring pick. I know it's probably the favorite pick. I
have the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's the most likely matchup, according to Vegas. The State Farm commercials are going to be so up the you know how Baker is sort of annoying with all the commercials that he gets. Imagine
a ton of them.
Every other fucking commercial is gonna. And where are they playing? Oh, it's in LA. It's not even. If it was in Arizona and it was in the State Farm Stadium, what do you even do? What do you even do? Yeah. Pure perfection, but pure chaos at the same time. Yeah, I think we're getting the Chiefs Packers Super Bowl. It's literally the same exact thing that I picked last year as well.
How'd that go?
So
I felt that shot.
So I think we're gonna get it this year. And we've never seen the 2 matchups that the Chiefs and the Packers have had over the past 3 seasons, 2019 and this past year, Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes did not play each other in either of those matchups. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we finally get an Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes game, not even just Super Bowl, just game, because I think that would be, you're looking at, in many ways, I sort of see Patrick Mahomes as the new Aaron Rodgers, the new age, the new generation, he's building off of what Aaron Rodgers put down in his career. I think you're just the new gen versus old gen. Give me the Packers in the matchup too, obviously.
Can we just take a second to think about the fact that if the Chiefs make the Super Bowl this year, they're 1 Super Bowl away from tying what Buffalo did in the 90s. Great. Getting to 4 straight, but they won 1. That's one of the most impressive feats in NFL history. And just we're expecting them to get to the Super Bowl for the 3rd straight year. That's insane. So credit to the Chiefs because that just speaks to how
Wait, let me just one up you. Let me one
What?
up you. If the Packers get to the NFC Championship this year, they're one NFC Championship away from kind of doing what the Bills did.
But the Bills won all of those AFC championships.
But they lost all of the Super Bowls. So,
but they got to the Super
made
Bowl.
it.
Yeah,
all I'm saying, which is more impressive.
Luke, I think you're alone in this one. Yeah, no, not that impressive.
It's like you're trying to say, oh well, the Packers ran all these races and they came in second a lot of times.
Yeah.
Whereas
best
no, they came in
team.
like third or fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, congratulations.
The Bills went to all these races and they came in second every time, but the Packers went to more races and came in fourth a lot of times.
And nobody's ever done that. Gotten second 4 straight years in a row.
Yeah, they're making history.
And you're just like, yeah, this team, the Jets went to 2 straight AFC championships. I'm just putting that out there. So
we got more bronze medals than they have silver medals.
But maybe not even bronze
have
medals.
Have they been to 3 though? Have they been to 3?
Mark Sanchez went to 2 straight AFC championship games. Get that through your head. Yeah. So credit to the Chiefs. That's all I'm trying to say. I think the greatest threat to the Chiefs is the Bills if they can get it going. But they need to play their best football of the year. I want to root for the Chiefs because I love everything. They're such a fun team, but I also don't. It's that feeling of like, okay, the Chiefs
wanting something different.
It's the feeling of like, 2 years ago, everybody was rooting for the Chiefs because they haven't won a Super Bowl 50 years. They haven't been there in 50 years. Now it's like, all right, you've been there twice. All right, make some room. Like, okay, you got your story. Give somebody else a story. Yeah, and now all this talk about the Bengals is making me want to put them in there.
I think the Bengals are probably the biggest threat to the Chiefs, in my opinion.
They might be
over the Bills.
Might be Joe Shiesty, bro. Imagine
we just saw that matchup. Just
imagine a Chiefs Bengals rematch in the AFC Championship game.
I may or may not have that. I may or may not have that.
That would be madness. That would be great.
I feel like we've forgotten about a team.
Maybe. Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, because they're not on this. They're not on.
I'm telling you, the most forgettable number 1 seed of all time.
Yeah, I don't think the 10. Okay, with Derrick Henry's coming back.
Not 100% though. Not 100%.
I don't think they make it anyway. But I just wanted to throw that out there. Like I do feel like they'd be dangerous, but I feel like the Bengals could have their number because
They could. Oh man, now you're making me want to put.
I think if the Bengals win, I think we get that matchup. Bengals Titans.
I think we do. All right, and I think the Bengals might win that game.
That's exactly what I have. That's what I have in that.
Yeah. Fuck it. You know what? Give me Bengals and I'm doing it. Bengals Packers in the Super Bowl. Fuck that. Okay. Bengals Packers Super Bowl. That Bengals Packers. Yeah, no, I'm riding Joe Shiesty all the way to the Super Bowl, baby. I'm with you, Cincinnati. I'm an honorary Bengals fan for this playoff run. Let's fucking go. Who Day, baby. Who Day. Let's go.
New bandwagon.
I have the same thing as Luke, so I won't harp on that too much. I do want to say though, I'm going to change my least fun real quick. Chiefs versus Buccaneers. I just don't want to see it again. I don't want to see the same thing twice.
You're the Grinch. You're the Grinch.
I think you really are.
Okay. You're being the Grinch.
All right. To be fair, last year's matchup sucked, but I think it would be a way better. It would be the matchup it was supposed to be this year, I believe.
Maybe
their offensive line is actually good.
They're not in Tampa.
Yeah.
I want something different. That's that. You guys are also forgetting. I am a Saints fan. Fuck the Buccaneers. They could get destroyed first round, and I would be thrilled. I don't want to see them.
They're not going to. They're not going to.
But on that note, that is going to be all for us this time around, guys. We hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you so much for joining us this time. And if you guys have anything that you would like to add real quick, let's go ahead and do it.
AP just announced their unanimous all pros: Devonte Adams, Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald, TJ Watt, and Jonathan Taylor. So congratulations to all of them. And congratulations to us on 50 episodes, and congratulations to the TU crew on being just so supportive throughout this whole process. If you don't follow us on all of our socials, what are you doing? I'm Football Fan Zone. Gage is Extra Points, and Jake is Jake Maltese 3. And make sure to follow all of our Totally Unqualified accounts: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, especially. You name it, we got it. And we're just so excited that we got 50 episodes in, on to the next 50, on to something bigger, better, and greater.
Exactly. I just do want to announce that Bobby Wagner made second team All Pro. So congratulations to him. Kind of bullshit that Jordan Brooks had more tackles than him and didn't make an All Pro team. But yes, thank you guys so much. I mean, I can't put it any better than what Luke said, but also guys, just want to remind you to download the Overtime app using the links in all of our bios. Luke, is it in your bio now or?
It will be.
Okay.
It will be by the time this episode. It will be by the time this episode.
All right. So check me and Gage's bios and the Total Unqualified bios if you want to download the Overtime app. It does support the podcast and we greatly appreciate it. Even
Luke's
if you
bio
don't
too, and if it's not in there, please bully him.
Yeah. Go in the comments of all of his videos and be like, where the fuck are your links? No, but thank you guys so much. Can't thank you for all of the support and just look out for that overtime pool this week. I believe what is the prize this week? It's
the top two winners get $75 GameStop gift cards.
GameStop gift cards, guys. That's big.
That stonks.
$75. That's like trading in 5 unopened Xboxes to GameStop. That's what you can get. That's what you get. So exactly. The new ones. GameStop will give you a whole $75 for those.
Oh, yeah.
But no, if you want the chance at 2 $75 GameStop gift cards, pool is open now. Go join it. It's free and it's a ton of fun. So yes, please can't recommend the Overtime app enough.
For sure. And again, thank you guys so much for supporting us through 50 episodes. There's going to be a whole lot more to come, but that's all for this one. We will see you in the next one. Have a great day, guys.